Good evening. I'd like to call to order this regular meeting of the Ballston Spa Central School District Board of Education for November 6th. Can we all rise for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome all of you watching on the live stream. I'd like to welcome all of you who are here in person. For those of you who are here in person, if for any reason we would need to evacuate the library, we have our entrance that was in the hallway at the front of the library, and then behind me on either corner are doors that lead outside. Recognition?
Yes, a couple of pieces tonight. First, I was able to attend the Clean Tech Sustainable Industries ECHS Student Fall Expo this morning, so I wanted to congratulate those students and staff over at ECHS for a fantastic expo. Quite a few different projects, and my favorite was I made some slime today, and the students talked to me about evaporation and how once you make the slime, you can kind of lay it out and it evaporates, and then all the water evaporates and it becomes art. So we talked about that, and I got to tour a few different food truck concepts and talked about some lobster mac and cheese, so it was a good time today. So well done by our students and staff over at ECHS. In our second piece of recognition tonight, we are recognizing one of our school psychologists, so if Dana Sisk could come up to recognize Chelsea Cangelleri. Absolutely.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. So I am excited to be here tonight to recognize Chelsea Cangelleri. Before I read a little bit about, the award that she received and why she received the award, I would like to just start by saying in the 2 years that I've been in this position and working with Chelsea, everything that the Presidential Service Award that she received is just how she is. I've learned so much from her. She supports our students, our families, our staff. There hasn't ever been a time when I've just needed her help, and she's been there. She is a true leader in our department, and there are many, many people that go to her for many things. So I'm very excited to be able to recognize her this evening. So Chelsea has been a member of the New York Association of School Psychologists, which is an organization that values the importance of recognizing the exceptional work of our school psychologists. The recipient of the NIASP Presidential Service Award is designated specifically by the president of the New York Association of School Psychologists to recognize board members who exceed their duties in service to the organization. Chelsea Cangelleri was the recipient of the Presidential Service Award at the annual NIASP conference held in October in Syracuse for going above and beyond her duties and responsibilities as conference co-coordinator. The NIASP conference brings together approximately 500 school psychologists annually from across New York and neighboring states with the goal of providing premier professional development, collaboration, and networking opportunities for school psychologists. The conference serves as a critical platform for school psychologists to ensure they are providing the most up-to-date, evidence-based psychological services to the students, families, and districts they serve. In her role as conference co-coordinator, Chelsea oversees and leads a team in the planning and implementation of all aspects of the conference. Chelsea joined the NIASP board as Chapter F representative in 2022 after she was recognized as the Chapter School Psychologist of the Year. That was, I think, one of the first board meetings I attended with her was when she received that award for excellence in the provision of school psychological services. She then went on to join the NIASP Executive Board in the spring of 2024, where she serves in her current role as conference co-coordinator. Like I said, Chelsea emulates all of this in everything she does. She's a leader, she's a collaborator, and I am very grateful to have the opportunity to work with her every day. So Chelsea, thank you for your service.
Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Okay.
concludes our recognition for this evening.
Okay, we are at time, first time for public comment. You have sign up. So as I do every time we have public comment, I will read our Board of Education guidance. Board of Education welcomes district residents, parents, and other interested persons to its meeting. Community involvement at board meetings is encouraged so that the board can better understand and represent the views of its constituents. Please be aware, however, that information such as individual student information or particular personnel issues cannot be discussed at public sessions of the board. Speakers will be called upon individually. When recognized by the board president, you will be asked to approach the podium and state your name and residence. Statements are restricted to a maximum of 2 minutes, and speakers will be notified by the board president when his or her time has expired. The board and the district staff take public comment very seriously. However, the board will not respond to comments or questions during the public comment period. The board asks the public's cooperation in maintaining a safe and respectful environment. The board president reserves the right to limit individual comments if it is deemed necessary. To achieve this, speakers will please not make slanderous attacks on any group, organization, or individual, a member of the board, an employee of the district, a member of the audience, or a member of the public. Will not use profane, vulgar, threatening, or disparaging language or racial or ethnic slurs. Will not disrupt the meeting with loud outbursts or other disruptive conduct or behavior, either during the speaker's assigned time or at any other time during the meeting. Speakers understand that a failure to comply with these rules for maintaining a respectful and productive environment may result in early termination of the speaker's allotted time, a denial of future requests to speak, and any of their actions deemed necessary by the president of the board, or where appropriate in health or safety measures, the superintendent of schools. Ms. Gibson, you have the privilege of the floor.
Hi, I'm Kathy Gibson, Chapman Street, Ballston Spa, and I'm here on behalf of the Friends of the Ballston Spa Public Library to cordially invite the Ballston Spa School District community to a groundbreaking ceremony on Sunday, November 17th at 1:30 p.m. to celebrate construction, the beginning of construction of a new reading room and local history room at the Ballston Spa Public Library right in the heart of the village. So we would love to have anybody from the school district, so board, teachers, staff, students, families, you are all welcome, and we encourage you to bring your own shovel, because we are really going to take this as an opportunity to celebrate some long-needed love to our local library. So we'd love to have you there. Thank you very much. Well, hopefully good news.
So thank you very much, Ms. Gibson, and it is wonderful news. We did get the communication regarding the groundbreaking. We are thrilled with our partnership with the Village Library, and we absolutely appreciate everything you do and any efforts to expand your ability to support we are very excited about. Thank you for your comment. Student government report.
Good evening, everyone. So far this year, we've already had various successful events. Our next event will be the Thanksgiving food drive. We will have boxes set up in guidance, the main office, and in the library. Freshmen will be in charge of bringing in instant stuffing. Sophomores will bring in canned cranberries. Juniors will bring in canned vegetables, and seniors will bring in instant mashed potatoes. We will be accepting donations starting Tuesday next week. And the grade that brings in the most food will win $500 towards their prom. Our next event will be the holiday trivia on December 5th, where members of our school community will come together and engage in a fun holiday trivia to bond as a school community.
Finally, we will have the Holiday Closet, an event I run with my mom and Colleen Kavanaugh to offer free Christmas gifts to the less fortunate in our community, which will take place on the 14th of December. I've supplied each of you with a flyer for the event. I am the volunteer liaison for the event, and we are seeking volunteers to collect and bring donations to the St. Mary's Church, as well as volunteers to help facilitate and organize the event during days prior. If you know anyone interested in volunteering, Please share my contact information. My phone number is 518-222-2527. Also, if you're looking to get rid of items you don't use anymore and believe someone else could enjoy, please refer to the flyer about donating these items to this charity event. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for our student government members? So I just need to dig a little deeper on the holiday trivia. Yeah. What night of the week is that? Thursday, yes. Okay, Thursday, December 5th. So traditionally, we have a team from the board, sometimes making good showing, sometimes maybe not so much, but we will give it our best effort, and I encourage our members, we're going to try and get together a team and go. And there's usually some sort of like snacks and things like that too.
Lots of snacks, lots of decorations, it'll be fun.
Yes, we're very excited about the holiday trivia night. Okay. Any other questions, comments? Well, thank you very much. If you would like to excuse yourselves, you may do so. Next up is our approval of minutes. May I have a motion to approve the minutes for the October 16th, 2024 regular meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Any amendments or additions? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Minutes are approved. Our superintendent's report.
Thank you very much. Tonight, I'm happy to welcome Ms. McTiernan, Ms. Irwin, and Mr. Brandt to give us a breakdown on the Summer Success Program we had this past summer, 2024.
Do you want to be the official clicker, or you want me to do it? It's up to you. Are you sure? Good evening. My name's Catherine McTiernan. I'm one of the high school assistant principals during the year. During the summer, I have the pleasure of acting as the Summer Success Principal. It is a 4-week program. This year, Mr. Brandt was my co-principal, and Diane Irwin acts as our curriculum support. We serve 142 students this year that need higher intensity intervention support for reading, writing, and math skills. We not only have 142 students, but we have 19 teachers, 6 TAs, and 5 aides part of our team. This is my 3rd year having done this, and I can finally say that it feels like we're running a well-oiled machine. We definitely have, some of the normal first-day hiccups of any school program, but we get it off the ground pretty quickly. And having so many teachers who have come back for a 3rd or even a 4th year, some of our students who have returned multiple years, it's really given us that chance to build routine and rapport and really make a difference, because we have established relationships going into it, which sometimes with a 4-week program is especially helpful, because if otherwise, you might just get started and not have, gotten very far. So it's great to kind of be able to hit the ground running. So each day, not only do teachers work with students on reading, writing, and math skills, but once a week we do a STEM day. There's an experiment that students do. Some of our high school robotics kids will come and help lead a different experiment. This year, the favorite was our egg drop, where they got into the teams and created packaging to house, for lack of a better term, an egg. We were able to pair with the Malta Ridge Volunteer Fire Company to come and drop our eggs off the top of the crane. So of course they loved every part of that too, having the fire truck there as well. And most of the kids were pretty successful at what they created to house that egg, so it was great. And they loved having the high school students there. I think that was a really important piece of the program too. We also tried to put in a couple of additional activities. We took our 3rd through 5th graders swimming one of the days here at the high school and arranged for that. And it's just great. As somebody who's done this now for 3 years, walking around the classrooms and seeing those relationships. One of our teachers actually plays guitar as part of how he supplements and supports the lessons. Seeing the teachers get together at the end of the program to plan like a Summer Olympic theme activity to not only appeal to their interest in the Summer Olympics going on right at that time, but make that bridge between what they're learning was great. So many smiles. It's really awesome to see that they're getting that skill reinforcement while still having fun, so. Now I will let Diane talk about, and the other thing I'm going to do is while she's talking about the assessment and looking at the success part of Summer Success, I'm going to hand out the newsletter. I do a biweekly newsletter for the parents, so I'm going to give you a copy of that so you can get more specific details about the program.
Thank you, Catherine. So we are very excited. So to give you a little bit background, students are selected from the program because they are receiving academic intervention services during the school year. They follow during this program the shared reading protocols from Bookworms. They have different texts, but those same structures are in place for the students. We also have an AIS provider who will do even smaller. So our class sizes are about 7 students. And then we have an interventionist who will pull groups to even work further on those interventions with them as well. And so from that approach, we were sitting with our interventionists during the school year looking at beginning of the year data, and we're like, wait a minute, these students actually are performing better at the beginning of the year. So Curriculum Associates typically says students will lose a typical year's growth of 10 to 20% in reading and 30 to 40% in math. So an average student during that summer sees that slide. What we found is just from this 4-week intervention program, we were actually seeing, and we remember, iReady is a snapshot in time, it's that particular time, but we were seeing scores at beginning of the year higher than what they were seeing at the end of the year. So they were filling in those gaps and getting back closer to grade level from that. So we had 45% that actually saw an increase in their ELA iReady score between end of the year and beginning of the year, and 36% of our students saw an increase in their math iReady score. And the other ones, we saw less learning loss than we would predict. So we were very excited about the results from the intervention program and really see the value of it for the students that need it the most. And I think we just have questions.
Questions from the board?
I think my question, more for the finances, and I think last summer, I don't know if it was the ARPA or the CARISA, I get my acronyms mixed up with funding some summer activities. Was that for this, or was that for some special ed things?
No, so we were able to fold all of the Summer Success and Summer School funding into an amended ESSER grant last summer.
Okay. Any concern with, and I know we're very early in the budget period for next year, but do we plan on same type of thing to have that budget for next year?
It's early, but we definitely like to, work on these enrichment opportunities for our students. There won't be a grant to amend, so it'll come out of the general fund, but Brian's on it, and we'll look to see what we can do to make sure that we're bringing opportunities to our students.
Okay, thank you.
My only question is, are there children on a waiting list for this program? Is there a need for more seats, or is 126?
So we had invited more, so it was really, we were able to accommodate anyone whose parents requested to participate. So I think our biggest challenge was we had a deadline that we needed to get information to transportation. But even parents were saying, hey, I missed that deadline, I'm gonna drive my student. So we were able to accommodate anyone.
I apologize if you said this, but did it align with the start of summer school, and then what were the hours?
Yeah, so our program is, I'm sorry, I apologize. Our program is 2 weeks shorter. So they start on the same day,
okay.
Yep, and then ours is only 8:30 to 11:30 for the kids. The teachers are there 8 to 12, whereas summer school, I think it was till 12:30, and then they have the extra 2 weeks as well.
So you did not serve lunch?
We did not serve lunch, no. We do get grant money for snacks. You know, a lot of the kids, part of the newsletter will say, remember to send a snack with your student, but we know sometimes that's not always possible. So we do have extra things in the classrooms if kids get hungry.
Great, thank you.
I'm sorry, say that again? Oh.
Just another question about participation. Sounds like it was, first of all, great program, and thank you so much. It's really great to see those kinds of results. But what do you know offhand? What was the number of students who were invited to participate, whose families didn't end up participating? Is that a higher number, or?
We have the data, I just don't have it with me,
Yeah.
so we can get it to you.
Okay, great.
I think from what I heard from some of the parents, one of the reasons they would choose not to send kids is not lack of value for the program. It was other babysitting options, like to try and take, so if they had to line something up that took the whole time, then they couldn't. And, just a side note that even attendance in general, it's summer, so did we have a couple kids that missed a week for vacation? Yes, but the parents found it so valuable, they sent them the rest of the time. So we really love that, too.
Do you have a wish list for things that might make the program more successful?
That's a great question. Can I think about it and let you know?
Sure, that would be fine as a follow-up. But we would just, appreciate hearing what potentially could allow you to,
Do even more.
in your opinions, be even more successful with the work you're doing.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Well, thank you very much. It's great hearing about the program.
That concludes the superintendent's report tonight.
Okay. Do we have committee reports? Okay. Correspondence to the district.
Excuse me, we had 11 total, 8 emails, 4 regarding transportation, 2 regarding student matters, 2 regarding athletics, and 3 phone calls, all regarding student matters.
And correspondence to the board since the last meeting. Received 2 emails, one regarding transportation, one regarding the village library, and we were CC'd on a student matter. Announcements. Ms. Delaney Elliott.
Good evening. November 7th, Milton Terrace will be holding their Veterans Day Assembly, and on November 8th, Gordon Creek will be holding theirs. There will be an emergency release drill for the district on the 8th as well. K through 12 will be released 15 minutes early that day. On the 8th, we'll also have a varsity football sectional semifinal game, which will be held at Averill Park at 7 p.m. And Wood Road will be holding a bingo night on the 8th as well at 6:30 p.m. On November 9th, the area All-State Band, Chorus, Symphonic Orchestra, and Jazz Festival will be held at Proctor's. That's a 2-day event, and we're sending 12 students from our district there this year. November 11th, there will be no school due to Veterans Day. November 13th is the 3rd webinar in the Parents as Partners series, and the topic will be vaping. November 14th, Early College High School will be holding their fall informational night for prospective students. And the 20th will be the Board of Ed meeting here at 7 p.m.
And I'm sorry, what was the early college informational night?
For prospective students.
No, what?
The 14th.
Thank you. Any other announcements? Law?
Yeah, just a community reminder for BACC. They have a teen night Mondays and Wednesdays weekly from 6:30 to 8:30. Just check out their Facebook page for more information. Thanks.
Thank you. Old business. Anyone? Old business? I actually have a piece of old business. So we discussed earlier that Governor Hochul signed into law a bill that will require districts and BOCES boards to have student representation and have some student involvement. We kind of chatted a little bit about it. We have student involvement already. Our student government folks come and do a presentation each meeting. But this is potentially a little bit more involved with that. And we sort of discussed, like, what is it and how are we going to accomplish it? What do we want to do with it? The NYSBA onboard newspaper in September, and it's online as well, had its article about it. And it will, the law will take effect July 1st, 2025. So that's our target date. It requires a board to have at least one ex officio student representative, would not be empowered to vote or attend executive sessions. About a third of school districts and BOCES, they think now, kind of meet this criteria and have one already. It used to be that voters would actually have to approve that and create the student board position. The new law repeals that voter approval requirement. Some other explanatory stuff, but basically NYSBA is going to help with specific concerns and how and what should a board be doing in regards to this. Their quote is, in the months to come, we will provide our members with detailed information to help them understand the law and its requirement, provide guidance on how best to implement it. So I think that will be helpful and instructive for us, and just please all be prepared as we get probably into the beginning of next year to just try and further the discussion about what we would like to do. Dr. Duca, we've had some conversations about potentially partnering with our high school, either student government or our some of our civics teachers on their thoughts as well, and potentially how we can make this work and be a very positive addition to our board meetings. Any questions? Okay. New business. May I have a motion to approve resolution number 242, Board of Education Policy Manual File 2210, Committees of the Board draft?
Second.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 242 passes. That policy will be tabled for the 28-day period. May I have a motion to approve resolution number 243, Board of Education Policy Manual File 3420, Non-Discrimination and Anti-Harassment in the District? Any discussion? So I just want to share the wording in here. We're waiving our 28-day waiting period. You were provided information about this. We are just updating names of the superintendent and other staff members that were in there, just to make them current. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 243 passes. I have a motion to approve resolution number 244, budget calendar. So moved. Any discussion? And I would ask our district clerk just to give a little explanation of this.
So the budget calendar is very similar to what it has been in the past. Most of the deadlines and dates in it are dictated by regulations that the board has to follow in cases of notifications, meeting deadlines for adopting the budget itself, and then of course the vote itself. So nothing new here, but the vote will be on May 20th this year in the spring.
Thank you, and we have a board meeting scheduled for the day after the 21st. By state law, we have to accept the results of the election within a 48-hour period? 24-hour period? 24. I think it's 24. So we have our meeting right the day after in May. Any other questions, discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 244 passes. May I have a motion to approve resolution number 245, agreement professional services? Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 245 passes. I have a motion to approve resolution number 246, agreement professional services. Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 247 passes.
46.
246, excuse me. Might need a minute.
Sure. Okay, may I have a motion to approve resolution number 247, agreement professional services? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Resolution 247 passes. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 248, award of bid transportation? Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstention? Resolution number 248 passes. May I have a motion to approve resolution number 249, budget transfers? Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Resolution number 249 passes. May I have a motion to approve resolution 250, field trip, varsity hockey? Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 250 passes. May I have a motion to approve resolution 251, placement of students with disabilities? Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 251 passes. May I have a motion to approve resolution 252, placement of preschool students with disabilities? Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Resolution number 252 passes. Resolutions number 253 through 271 are recognized as the consent agenda for the purpose of the Board of Education action. May I have a motion to approve resolutions numbers 253 through 271? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? The consent agenda passes.
Thank you, Shane. Any other new business? From the district board? Any association representation? Okay. Our liaison, board liaisons, anything? I have some PTSA, PTA announcements. We'll give it a shot. For the PTSA, we just wanted to say thank you to the Board of Education for their support, as well as administration and staff at the high school, parents, all the other local businesses who support us in the community. We were very appreciative to have so many people show up at our first meeting. The year is off to a great start. We rolled out the Kindness Matters campaign with coffee cards given to all of our teaching staff to give to kids to brighten their day. We are busy planning Freshman Breakfast of Champions, which is coming up soon. Next up will be staff appreciation, transportation appreciation, working on after prom planning all year. Their Dine to Donate event at the Speckled Pig was a success. For the middle school PTA, fundraiser order pickup will be 11/12 from 4:30 to 8:30 at the middle school in the hallway near the gym. The fundraiser items are perishable, so this will be the only pickup time. Their next meeting will be on 11/19, and it will be virtual. For the Gordon Creek PTA, their next meeting is 11/14, 7 p.m. Virtual meeting. There's information on the Gordon Creek pages on the district website about the meeting and events. The Malta Avenue PTA, they had a meeting last night. Their upcoming events are the talent show on 11/19. They're having an art fundraiser. Orders need to be in by 11:15. They're having family mini photo shoots, 11:15 and 11:16, preparing for PARP, and their next meeting is going to be on December 3rd, 6:30, virtual meeting. The Milton Terrace PTA, from their president, Ms. Snow, we had a successful scholastic book fair, made sure every child went home with a book. We had our November PTA meeting last night. We're looking forward to an upcoming events. We will hold our second annual Turkey Shoot Basketball Challenge on November 20th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. in the Milton Terrace Gym. The students with the most baskets will win a frozen turkey. We are holding a staff appreciation brunch on 11/26 at 11 a.m. We are encouraging families to sign up using the link that was sent out for the donations and help. They're in the middle of planning for a holiday shop on December 12th that allows students to shop for their families during the school day. We're still in need of more vendors willing to sell items to students for holiday gifts under $5. Milton Terrace next PTA meeting is Wednesday, December 4th at 6 p.m. in the Milton Terrace cafeteria. Anyone interested in helping out can reach out to Adrian Snow or Kate Cottrell. The Wood Road PTA, they are having a Dine to Donate tomorrow night at the Juicy Burger in Milton. Their family bingo night this Friday. Their next meeting will be on November 21st at 7 p.m. And they're having a Elf Lane event on Tuesday, December 10th. And I think that's all of our announcements. Public comment. Do we have anyone signed up for our second public comment? We do not. So our next meeting will be on Wednesday, November 20th. We do have reason to go into executive session tonight. We will not be returning to open session afterwards. I need a motion to adjourn to executive session to discuss pending and current litigation. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you very much, all those watching.